What's up, world? Welcome back. I'm Sporty Black. I'm your host. This is Dog Talk Podcast, where we talk mostly Georgia Bulldogs football, right? But today, it's a lot going on in college football concerning the quarterback situation at Clemson. So before I get into the Bulldog segment of this podcast, I'm gonna take a little time to talk about the Clemson quarterback situation. And as we know, Kelly Bryant was the senior quarterback for the Tigers. He led the team to a playoff appearance last year in the Sugar Bowl against Alabama. They lost the game. In comes five-star, big-time recruit Trevor Lawrence. Great quarterback, talent, you know what I mean, coming from the state of Georgia. I'm from the state of Georgia, so this is a quarterback that I actually had a chance to see, with my own eyes on several different occasions. He played at Cartersville, and they won a few state championships. And the kid, he got the it factor. So, make a long story short, Dabo Sweetney, the head coach, said that Trevor Lawrence is going to be the starter moving forward. So, Kelly Bryant, the senior, he said that he felt like that was a slap in the face, and now he's going to transfer to another school. Now, it's important to realize the fact that he's a senior, and although he's played in 3-4 games this year, the new transfer rules allows players to play up to 4 games and still be eligible for a red shirt. So the fact that Kelly Bryant didn't play in more than 4 games, he's still technically eligible for a red shirt. So he chose to transfer, and then next year he will have a full year eligibility remaining. And I guess he's going to use that time to try to create, more, build onto his resume for the NFL going forward, right? So I understand where he's coming from. Now, he say that he didn't get a fair shot. Now, I don't know. I can't really say whether he did or whether he didn't. But from my observation, it was fair to me because he came out the beginning of the year as the starting quarterback, right? And, Dabo said that he was going to let the competition play itself out onto the field. And at the end of the day, man, it's like this. As a coach, your main objective is winning football games. Now, you got all of these talented players on these rosters such as Clemson and Alabama, Ohio State, and Georgia. They got all this talent. But it's only 11 people can get on the field at a time. And then when you're talking about the quarterback position, only one player is going to take the bulk of the snaps. So that's just what it is. That's the reality of it. So as a coach, you have to play the best player. And although Kelly Bryant is a senior, at the end of the day, Kelly Bryant is not a better quarterback prospect than Trevor Lawrence. And one thing about college coaches, this is the philosophy that great college coaches have, right? If they have 2 players competing at a position, let's say they have a senior competing against a freshman for this one position, right? And they neck and neck in the competition, a college coach will go with the freshman player simply because he feels that the freshman player has more upside than the senior player who's pretty much have reached his peak. And it makes all the sense in the world. So to get to where Clemson wants to go this year, which is back to the playoff and eventually play for a national title, they realize that they need to get Trevor Lawrence ready now so that late November, December, going into January for that last stretch, by then he will have enough game time experience to help them, compete for some of these goals that they're trying to compete for. They feel like Trevor Lawrence gives them a better chance to win. They feel like their offense is more high power. It's just a better offense with Trevor Lawrence at the helm, you know. But now at the same time, we all watched the game against Texas A&M, and we seen that it took Kelly Bryant to will that team back to that win. So that can't go without being spoken about, right? But at the end of the day, if you go decide on the two players and try to decide which player is the better player, at the end of the day, it's Trevor Lawrence. So I feel like Dabo Swinney did the right thing by making Trevor Lawrence the starter. But the only thing about that, he crippled his team at the same time. Because now Clemson is one play away from being on their third string quarterback. You know, just let that sink in. Let's say they get to, you know, the playoffs, national championship game, whatever, just a regular season big time game, right? Although I don't know if they got any big game left on their schedules. They got pretty much cupcake schedule, you know, thinking about the ACC. But anyway, let's say they get to the playoff. They playing one of these high-powered teams like Alabama or Ohio State or somebody. Trevor Lawrence get hurt. They got to trot out the third stringer. They gonna lose. They gonna lose. But had Kelly Bryant still been on that roster, if Trevor Lawrence get hurt, then they got a very capable backup in Kelly Bryant that they know can get the job done. So as a coach in this college landscape of today, you got to do a great job of the balancing act when it comes to these big time quarterbacks when you got more than one on a team at a time, right? So, you know, good luck to Clemson with, you know, moving forward with their quarterback situation. You know, I just wanted to touch bases with you guys about the situation, give you my opinion and my feedback on the situation. Again, I agree with the move because I think Trevor Lawrence is a better quarterback than Kelly Bryant. Although Kelly Bryant does some things that definitely helps Clemson, and he definitely plays good enough to get them, you know, into championship contention. But I don't know if he has enough to get them to win the championship because he doesn't have Deshaun Watson type of talent. You know, to me, he's not a true dual threat. A true dual threat is somebody who is equally effective throwing the ball and running the ball. Some of these guys that's running around saying they dual threats, they actually are not. They're just great athletes who can run good and throw okay. You know what I'm saying? So there's not a true dual threat, right? I think the kid at Alabama, I think he's a true dual threat. Justin Fields at Georgia, he's a true dual threat. Deshaun Watson was a true dual threat. You know, and a few more, right? When you think of true dual threat, you think of people like Cunningham and Steve Young, right? But anyway, so it is what it is. So all the Clemson fans out there, you know, y'all, if anybody from Clemson watching this video, y'all give me y'all feedback and let me know exactly how y'all feel about this whole situation with the quarterback. That's all I got for now. Sporty Black, this is Dog Talk Podcast. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that sub button.